Hey everybody, welcome back to the Geek Blend. I'm Jeff, and today we're going to be reviewing the newest episode of the Clone Wars, that is Season 7, Episode 3, On the Wings of Keeradaks. This is the third episode in a 4-episode arc, focusing on the Bad Batch and rescuing Echo from the planet Skako Minor. I will have a review for Episode 2 coming up in the next few days. I have to reshoot that. I had some audio problems for some reason with that, and I'm just going to have to reshoot it, but I will have it up for you guys pretty soon. So keep an eye out for that. It's really early in the morning. Episode just aired. It's about 4 a.m. where I am. By the way, if you hear any noise in the background, it's very, very windy here, and it's like hitting the window right next to me, and basically you can hear the wind outside pretty loud. So that's what that is in the background if you hear something. So the episode literally picks up right where last week's left off. The droid army is closing in on our heroes, and they're trying to fight them off while Rex and Tech are trying to get Echo unhooked from these machines. Because Tech's saying he won't survive unless we get him unhooked properly, so he's got to figure out how to do it. So he's basically on the computer searching for a way to get him unhooked from these machines. So our heroes are fighting off the droids. Anakin goes in there and is like, what's taking so long? And Tech explains to him what's going on. And then the clones out in the hallway are still trying to fight off the droids. They finally get to the point where they're outnumbered, so they back into the room and they're like, hey, there's too many of them right now. They shut the doors. The droids try to come through the doors. And then they get the droids pushed through. Then they seal the doors with basically like these welding guns. And then we cut to Anakin. He's still pushing Tech. He's like, can we get this going? We got to get going. So Crosshair pulls out one of his special lenses and he looks through the walls basically and sees like massive armies up each hallway of droids coming to close in on their position. And he's like, we got a ton of them coming. We got to get out of here quickly. And Rex is telling Anakin that, hey, you know, he's the last thing he remembers is the Citadel. And he really doesn't know what's going on. And then Rex, like, he really can't even walk. The Techno-Union Army, who are the people who are on this planet in this facility, they're basically neutral to everything. They say they're neutral, but they're using battle droids. They're definitely working for the Separatists. So we see Wat Tambor and a couple of their Techno-Union people come up, and they're basically like, bring out this, I don't know what they call it, but this droid, like, comes out, and it's like this little ball, and it goes up to the door. While they're welding on the other side, it starts to, like, cut a hole in the door. So they realize that door is lost. They come back to the second door, they shut it, and they start to weld it. And as that droid comes through, it goes to that next door. Echo is now being unhooked because Tech got the algorithm taken care of and where it was safe to unhook him. So they get him unhooked, and they're like, oh my God, we can't get out of here. There's too many of them. So he's like, well, actually, there is a vent right above us that goes to the cooling system, so we can get through that. So they go through the cooling system vent. They have to go across. Once they get through that, they basically have to walk on this long pipe in between two of the structures. They get halfway through and droids come on each side of them. And of course, they have to fight the droids off. And earlier on the planet, Tech, via his helmet, used a translator to translate the alien language into basic and vice versa. He recorded the calls of the animal known as Keeradak on this planet of Skako Minor. So he plays that noise and it basically calls the big winged creatures over to them. They jump on their backs. So they fly back on these creatures. And they get to where the natives live, where they basically were in the last episode. They told them they weren't going to bring the war to them, but they did. And we know the Separatists are going to be coming for them because there are battle droids that are flying behind them, following them. So the Separatists find them back at the native camp, and then they send reinforcements, and then they join forces together, the clones and Anakin and the natives, and they fight off the Separatist droids. So at the end, the natives tell them that the Jedi can use the home world anytime. They would help them out no matter what against the Separatists. And that ends the episode, and very end, there's a very weird look on Echo's face when Rex is like, oh, come on, Echo, it's going to be like old times again. He's like, has this really menacing, weird, it's not menacing, it's just a really weird look on his face. But they play this menacing music in the background. Wind is basically just shaking my house right now. So that's what the sound you're hearing in the background. But anyway, it makes it seem like Echo is going to be like evil or something. It was really weird. I don't think it's going to be like that, but the music they played was kind of sinister, so it makes you think that. So this is a pretty good episode. I still think the first episode of this season was the best so far because it focused more on clones and it didn't have any Jedi or anything in it. The last episode and this episode, of course, had Anakin in it. The last one had Obi-Wan a little bit, but this is more Anakin focused with the clones. I do like more of the clone featured episodes, like clone heavy episodes are my favorite episodes of Clone Wars. That's the best part of the show. It really is the best part of the show. We know there's one more episode in this arc to finish it up, so we're going to find out what that is next week in the episode entitled Unfinished Business. I'm not going to make these reviews very long because the episodes are so short. I literally watched it. I'm like, oh my God, it's already done. So I'm going to make this really short and to the point. It's a good episode. Keeps the storyline going. Has a little bit of tension here and there with the droids. There was a they fly now moment from the Rise of Skywalker when they're all flying on those creatures' backs and they turn around. We see the battle droids like have wings on them. And one of the clones is like, oh my gosh, they can fly. And I just thought of that instantly, like, oh, they fly now from The Rise of Skywalker. I thought that was kind of funny, but yeah, I liked how they had to work together with the natives to defeat the Separatists so they could get off of this planet. And basically, they gained another ally in this war with this planet, with the natives here on Skako Minor. So that was pretty cool to see. So there's really not much to talk about. I did like seeing the Techno Union again. Really unique design. They kind of look like they float as they move. So they're kind of cool things with that. I like the design of the natives here on this planet. I also do. Also, there was, whenever Tech played the sound to bring the winged creatures to them, it was the sound of the creature from episode 2 in the arena. I believe it was the horned creature known as Reek. That's what this creature's name is, but I believe it was that sound, but I didn't recognize it immediately. I'm like, they're playing a sound for one of the creatures from episode 2, so that was cool to hear that, even though it didn't match the creatures we were seeing. So I don't know if he was just playing like random creature noises or something like that, but interesting. The voice acting was good. I do like the character model of Anakin with the longer hair, where it looked definitely more of a transition as we're getting closer to the events of Revenge of the Sith. So I like seeing that too. But like I said, not a whole lot to talk about the episode. It was an overall average episode. I'm not going to rank it really high, and I'm not really going to give these episodes number ratings or anything like that, but it fits in with this storyline, so I definitely think it's worth watching, especially if you like the first episode entitled The Bad Batch. It really just it continues that story. So I'm rambling on as usual. It's very early. I need sleep right now. So what did you guys think about this episode? Did you like it? Or what do you think of Season 7 so far? Are you hoping they do more clone-focused episodes like I am? Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Hit us up on social media. All the links are in the description below. Also, our Patreon link is in the description below. I appreciate you guys checking that out. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, we would love it if you would hit that subscribe button and leave a like on the video. It really does help us out. The best thing you can do to help out the channel is to share the videos. Sharing them around on your social media, send them to your friends or whatever you want to do, really helps us out. We're really getting close to 200 subscribers. When we do hit 200, we are going to have a giveaway, so stay tuned for that video when I do announce the giveaway and what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed this very, very short review of this episode. There wasn't a lot to it. So thank you all for watching. I do appreciate it. I'm Jeff for the Geekplin, and as usual, if you geek about it, we'll speak about it. See you guys next time. Bye.